Hello there. Let's go. So the pie chart compares the amount of council money spent by Yorkshire, Derbyshire and Lancashire for 6 economic sectors during 2014. Good. Don't need a capital C there. About 1/3, one is singular, 1/3 of Yorkshire's budget. Okay. Remember, Saxon genitive rules there. 2014 was allocated to education compared to the leisure sphere at about a quarter. Okay, here it would have been much better if you'd have said sector or section, department, okay, because sphere is not the best word to use, especially when we're talking about spherical pie charts, okay. So let's see, it was allocated to the education compared to leisure, which is about a quarter, okay. Good. Finances were equally distributed between community care and social services at about 13% each. Good. Nearly 16% of the money was channeled into both environmental and other fields. Very good. Channeled into. Good vocabulary there. Here's some other words, some other vocab we could have used. Allocated, assigned, dedicated to, allotted. Okay? The leisure activities in Derbyshire were funded the most with about 36%. Whereas, good, social services had only 4%, the lowest figure. About a quarter of the budget was owned by education, compared to the community care sector with 15%. Okay, good, very good, but just a tip, it's usually better to avoid mixing written fractions with numerical percentages. Okay, so what is 15 expressed as a fraction? Maybe it's an eighth, I don't know, we'll have to check that out. So the rest, the remaining two segments were given roughly 10% each. Good. The remaining two sectors, comma, other and something, it would be good just to say were given roughly 10% each, but well done for writing roughly 10% each and grouping them. We just don't know which ones they are, so be careful there. Turning to Lancashire, approximately 1/3 of the sum was assigned for the education and leisure. Okay, was assigned for both education and leisure, or approximately 1/3 each of the sum was assigned for education and leisure. Okay, so you need to review how to use each. The rest of the regional budget was equally would have been better there, distributed among the remaining 4 areas. Good. Overall, it can be seen that most of the money was spent in leisure and education in all 3 regions, while the social services in Derbyshire receives the least, or receives the least. Okay. Okay, yeah, it needs to be third person singular there. Okay, while social services in Derbyshire receive the least. Actually, you could have written it like that, so that's fine. Well done. Very eloquently structured. Okay, very good description. Have we used respectively? I don't think we did we? Don't worry though. We did use some of the comparison constructions, and we did manage to group it. So that's very, very good. This is a very good attempt at the task 1, Faud. I'm very impressed. Probably one of the best ones I've seen yet from you, so well done there. Let's have a look at the next one. Well done with your corrections as well. Very detailed and very thorough, so that's excellent. So in the last 2 decades, there have been considerable debates over revision of the traditional education system. Flawless. Good work. Various experts believe that the current methods have become obsolete and radical changes utilising alternatives should be implemented. Wow, very good. This essay will examine these subjects using examples of standard study processes and education in Calgary to demonstrate points and support arguments. Not a single grammar mistake so far. This is the kind of writing I want to see, Faud. well done. Firstly, the standards of ongoing education have been proven historically for a long time through trial and error. Okay, so can you see there's a bit of redundancy here for a long time period? For a long period or for a long time? Okay, it's not a major mistake, but it's more of an improvement. Okay, for a long time period, yeah, it's an improvement. Okay. Nowadays, studying in a public school is not a separate event, but the first step of a consistent system. In other words, everybody should achieve the most standard learning milestones during the study, or during their study, or during study, which are essential in the determination of a student's eligibility to continue education in universities. Good. Usually, only those who graduated from a traditional school are allowed to do so. No alternatives. Very good. And you've hedged correctly. So well done there. Well done. And we've taken it sort of like in a wide approach. I haven't gone into super detail with the example, but you managed to pull it off. So okay then. That's good. That's good. We have kind of varied away from the sentence guide a little bit, but I think here we pull it back, so that's good. So let's see. Sorry, I mean, I would have liked it if you'd have stuck to the acronym, but you managed to do it successfully without. So, if you feel more comfortable like that, that's fine. It could just be a little bit more risky, that's all, you know? So, furthermore, one should understand that if the traditional style of the study was more harmful than helpful, which study are we talking about? Okay, this is the topic sentence of the paragraph. So I don't know which study we're talking about. Okay, so be careful there, especially because you said the study, so I'm assuming it's like report, unless you wanted to say, furthermore, one should understand that if the traditional style of study was more harmful than helpful, people most probably would have made an educational revolution. Okay, so yes, here if you say of the study, I'm assuming it's a report. If you say of study or of learning, then I get what you mean. Okay, maybe it was boring and restrictive in the past. However, now many young teachers of a new generation improve and update the current curriculum, providing lessons in a fun, relaxing fashion. Good. For instance, Calgary Board of Education practices no wrong answer policy that promotes creativity and always allows almost all children to freely express their feelings and ideas. This example is definitely an inspiring positive trend. Very, very good. So let's see. Excellent work. Once again, so well done. We've used some very good structures here. Faud, this is a big improvement from the last work. How long did this take you? Okay, it looks as though you might have spent a while on this, and ideally I would have liked it to have been written in like 40 minutes to represent exam conditions. Anyway, to conclude from the examples and arguments given, I firmly believe the traditional education process needs some upgrading, but it still remains indispensable and crucially important for our society. Fantastic. Massive improvement there, Faud. Really, really impressed. So, yeah, you've put some work. You've been doing some practice. I don't know how, but you've improved it significantly. Okay, so let me know if you want to continue. Also, let me know how long you've been spending on these essays. Okay, it would be good if we could carry on improving and getting more feedback. Okay, because you're on the right track. Your improvements have come along leaps and bounds. If you want to carry on improving, just let me know. There's a link in this email. Okay, buddy? All the best.